Hi everyone, hope you enjoy your knitting still. I really am. We're moving on now to the Port Banff square in the Dove Grey. It's issue 9. I've actually already done this square and I wanted to share my experiences with you. On paper, it looks really simple. It's just knitting and purling, just as we are getting used to. But I had a real big problem with this one. I think I just couldn't concentrate for the length of time required to make sure it actually worked. This is my first attempt, and I was doing really, really well to about here. And then something really interesting came on the telly and I decided that I'd try and knit not looking at it as much because I have a friend who can knit without looking at the knitting. Went wrong and completely lost my place. So pulled back, tried again, got as far as I got and then got really tired and then went wrong again. So in frustration, I just pulled the whole thing apart and then started again the next day. So started again, was doing really, really well. You can see I've made quite a few mistakes I've had to unpick and then start again, but I was really all over the pattern. And then I was getting really excited because we were getting towards the end and then that happened. I don't know what happened, but it just basically has gone a little bit pear-shaped. So in frustration, I decided that the wool was jinxed or something. So I just cast off, hoping that this was going to be 15 centimetres square. You can see that it obviously isn't, especially if you compare it to my absolutely dead 15 square. It's lacking about 2 centimetres. So that is going to have to just go, and I've now managed on an hour of really concentrated knitting, absolutely not looking at anyone, not talking to anyone, not watching the telly, not drinking tea, not doing anything to knit the square finally. Really love this. It's actually quite nice because it feels a bit ribbed, and I imagine this would be quite nice on a scarf if you doubled the length of it, so you just doubled the stitch number. Tension actually is okay. I was a little bit worried because, as I discovered with the double moss stitch, the toing and froing of the wool front to back does tend to affect my tension, but in actual fact that is bang on 15 centimetres square. It's really pretty. I made a little mistake there. That was an unpicking situation, but I fixed it and carried on. So be careful with this one. Make sure you really do count and you give yourself some time, quiet time, away from any distraction to do this one, and really enjoy it because it really looks absolutely lovely. I quite like to do a scarf in a lighter wool with this stitch because it's quite pretty, it's very detailed, and this looks a bit moss stitchy, and then you've got this rib here. It'd probably be really nice on some kind of bit of clothing. So I will put this into my blanket. It's coming on. We've got 9 squares now, probably enough to cover the foot, and looking forward to moving on to the next one.